Hey there Fidget fans, this is Alana from FidgetHaven Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Thinket 2 by David Weinstock at Mindspan Labs. Now the Thinket 2 is a portable fidget device which consists of a slider and a handle. Within the slider there's a strong neodymium magnet, and in the handle it contains two ferromagnetic compression rings, one mounted at each end. This allows the slider to click and hold in place as you press and slide it back and forth. When you do so, you'll hear this click, and you'll feel the satisfying bounce that they advertise. Now this is the new Shadow Thinket. I think that it looks absolutely phenomenal. The flared sleeve inside the handle is made of brass, while the handle itself is machined from aluminum. The aluminum portion of the new Shadow Thinket is titanium PVD coated, and this is their dark oil slick color. Now in the center of the slider, I don't know that I can get this to focus, says the Thinket, and underneath it says Made in the USA. The slider heads are dark nickel plated, and I think there's a really nice contrast between the two metals. The entire slider is finished with a high polish, and the handle's oil slick finish is glossy and smooth. These little ridges, as you can see, provide really good grip. Now the unit is solidly built, the metal is smooth, and it shows no signs of sharp or jagged edges. The oil slick finish is shiny and consistent. I find the rainbow effect is pretty subtle in dim lighting, but it really pops in a well-lit space. The unit has a nice heft in the hand, but it isn't so heavy that your hand feels tired after playing with it. You can tell that it was created with every little detail in mind. It's really easy to play with. You can slide it using your fingers, your thumbs, or your palms. There's also some tricks that you can do with it to add to the fun. As you saw before, the slider is removable, which allows you to pull it out, flip it, and then reinsert it into the handle. This is really great for fidgeting, for increasing the dexterity in your hand and your fingers, and working on hand-eye coordination. Due to the entire product being made out of metal, it's not silent. It was definitely noisier than I expected, but it's not so noisy that it's obnoxious to the user, at the very least. It is noisy enough that I'd recommend it more for situations that don't require silence. For example, I wouldn't use it in a theater or business meeting. There are ways to use it which are more quiet, such as stopping it with your palm, like so, but this will eliminate the satisfying bounce. I have reached out to David to find out which Thinket would be the most quiet, and as it turns out, it's the heavyweight Thinket. That's because the handle has the most mass, and it dampens the vibrations. In comparison, their basic Thinket, which is made partially of metal and partially of acetyl plastic, is the most noisy because it's the lightest and it allows for the most vibration. The Thinket is a little larger than I expected. However, the more time I've spent with it, the more I understand why it's the size David went with. It's very easy to manipulate, and I think that a smaller size isn't really necessary. In fact, I actually think that it might make it less comfortable to play with. It's very palmable and pocketable as it is. Each Thinket is handmade by David after your order is placed, and they take a surprisingly short amount of time to be created, shipped, and delivered. For example, this one took 8 days from purchase to delivery, and I've heard similar quotes from others as well. Overall, I think that the Thinket is wonderful. It's portable, it looks fantastic, it's a great conversation starter, and it does exactly as advertised. It's very fidget friendly, and I really think that the list of positives can go on. I was worried that if I got one, it wouldn't get very much use because of how much I've fallen in love with my spinners, but as it turns out, it's actually a really great compliment to them, and I would really recommend it to anybody looking to fidget. So once again, this is the Thinket 2 by David Weinstock at Mindspan Labs. I will include a link to his store below. I have written a review on this, and I will include a link to that in the description as well. I hope that you enjoyed this review and that it was informative for you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the comment section below. So once again, this is Alana from FidgetHaven Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks.